All right, so I want to bring up Ron because he went through it as a student, right? He was a participant. And his story is very unique because the team that he joined, his mentor's brother got deathly ill, literally deathbed watch. And his mentor had to leave his group. And Nancy helped step in. But Ron essentially had to sort of rise to become a mentor himself to help mentor his team because his mentor was not there. So he can give you a pretty good perspective about what goes on during this course.
Thank you. Thank you. Last night I was thinking about what I could share with you that would give you some insight or would add value to what you're about to go through. The first thing that came to mind was that I got to tell you that you may not realize it now, but you are going to have a tremendous amount of impact in the individuals that you mentor. And this is not talked enough. We might talk about training and all this is good, but the psychological effect that you have on people is enormous. I have a principle in Chicago that says, Ronald, children cannot be what they cannot see. I would dare to say that even adults cannot be what they cannot see. An adult that has been unemployed or underemployed for 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, and sometimes even more than that, every week that has gone by, their confidence has been chipped away, right? They take it personally. Why am I not getting the call back? What is the issue? Why is this market so different? Should I go back to New York? Should I go back to Chicago? What do I need to do? Because I can't make it on $250 a week. It just doesn't do it, right? That was my situation, right? I went from making $250,000 a year as an executive to making $250 a week in Florida. And I found out that Florida was the worst place to be unemployed. It was tough, right? I haven't shared some of this stuff, but I had to leave my condo in Aventura. I had to sell this, because I didn't want to leave my mom alone. So one of the things I want to share with you that is not talked about is that you see some bright people, but what was happening behind the scenes that's not talked about is they're thinking about their mortgage, how they're going to pay their mortgage, the rent, the car, the bills, the child support. These things are going through their mind, right? And you cannot forget that. But you have an opportunity, we have an opportunity to help them believe that it is possible. They need to see that it is. If Ricardo can do it, damn, I can do this. They need to see, all of us need that little push. That's why I came. I was going into my 4th month of being unemployed. And I have 3 degrees. I have a computer science degree, I have a master's in information systems, and I have an MBA from NYU. I am a graduate from West Point. I'm a military guy. I thought that it was going to be very easy for me. I wasn't aware. I underestimated the market in Florida. So I went in there because my objective was, I said, I need to be surrounded and immersed by like-minded people. I need to be in that space because I cannot stay in my house sending resumes and just waiting for the call. I needed to be in an environment like this that would help me, I could be with like-minded people that I could believe in, that would somehow encourage me. So what happened was after I finished with that, right at the end of this, I said, you know what, I'm not going to wait around. I'm going to launch my own company. And by the way, by the first quarter, I can tell you, we officially launched it at the end of December. By our first quarter here, at the end of March, I would have generated revenues of close to $100,000. Just because, one, I got the courage after this program, and I knew all this stuff, right? But I needed to be exposed to like-minded people. I needed to be exposed to people that had done it. I needed to believe that it could be done. And I can't tell you how important that is. Beyond the education and the refresher, I had an MBA, but I wanted to refresh, is the belief, wow, if Ricardo could do it, if so-and-so could do it, I think I could do it. But so you make a huge amount of difference. Huge, and please remember that. When you're thinking about maybe I can't go to that session, I'm busy. They depend so much on you, on your leadership to guide them. They just want a leader and they want to see that somebody can do this, right, and guide them. So that's one. The second thing I want to share with you is just be mindful that somebody who's about to invest 10 weeks like you guys, they're expecting that we add value to them. And what does that mean? We want it, and I'm grateful for Nancy because Nancy came in when I was about to leave Nancy, you know that, right? Nancy and I, we went at it like this. But I love her because she came in at the end, almost at the, when we were about to fall apart, and she helped us to stay together. And you helped me to believe that it was worth my time continuing to be there. So I want to encourage you to, whatever you do, figure out a way to add value. Value beyond just the technical stuff, to help them to believe that they can do this, because you have a lot of smart people with master's degree, PhD, and all they just need is somebody to believe and say, look man, okay, you got an idea, we can figure this out, and this is what you need to do. And that makes a huge difference. And I would say the final thing is I can't encourage you enough to just be an example, be a leader in that group, because they will be all over the place. And it's like 10, 12 people from all different walks of life, right? That have a lot of experience, but they all want to go in different directions. And they believe that their idea is the way to go. At some point, right, and I'm grateful for again, Nancy, at some point Nancy says to us, sorry, this is it. We have to go and make a decision today, in like the next hour. And so we were like, okay, let's go. I may not agree with you, but you know what, that's fine. Let's shake it up and let's not bring it up. And you made that happen for us. And believe it or not, they said we won third place, but technically we won second place. To be honest with you.
Yes,
when we
did.
looked at the score, we won second place. And this is to show you, even in the team that we were like all over the place, and we were going in different directions. But we came in, and this team is now so together that they're going in different directions. Some of us have, I think, half of us have already started different jobs. 1/3 of us has started to go different companies, or started different companies. So, and we're still together, and we keep in touch. So I can't stress enough the value that you add beyond just the technology and the training is the belief and giving them the confidence that they can do this despite that you have been unemployed. All of us have gone through something like that, right? It's tough. When I was there, I kept thinking, my God, how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do this? But somehow I was like, I needed to stay focused on this thing. And so I thank you for participating in this particular process. So I don't know if that helps you, if you have any questions, but be ready. If you want to win in this thing, this is not a half-a-day thing, I'm going to tell you right now, right? I know that they're being careful not to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you right now, after this, meeting at Starbucks, meeting at Dunkin' Donuts, getting on the phone, working at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, getting on people's cases, that's what it took for us to get to the top 3 of this thing. And it was fun because we respected each other. I have a different, I haven't shared this with Nancy, but I know that she, and I have to tell you this, Nancy, you know, we have it's a different connection with her now, because we were both A types of personalities, and we were going in different directions. But she helped me to believe that it was important to work in a team environment. For me, I was like, I didn't want to deal with the ones that weren't pulling the weight. I was like, okay, these are the 3 or 4, I'm going with them, and that's it. But she helped me to understand that it was best to get the team, all of us across to the finish line, and I thank you for that, because we did, and we won second place, technically, second place. You know that, Jack. So I hope that helps a little bit. Any questions you may have, I feel great to be part of this group, and it makes me want to figure out what else we could do, because it makes such a difference. There's a lot of people. I didn't know how many people needed this guidance. A lot of this is not talked about, but there are a lot of people who are out there. There are a lot of great ideas who they just fall by the wayside just because they never had an opportunity to be with a Ricardo, or with a Mike, or with a Sandy, or with a Nancy, somebody who believed in them, right? And I want to thank you for that, because I got the courage to finally say, look, I'm going to go on my own, and I'm going to start like this. I need to cash fast, and then I know I'm going to build a product-based company, and we'll go up to the next level. But it was thanks to this environment and this immersion. So thank you.